Hi, this is James Lim and welcome to our final series of my review of Treasure at Tampines. And today I am going to summarize everything, plus I'm also going to talk about the investment, potential growth, and rentability of Treasure at Tampines. Is Treasure at Tampines a good investment for you? Let's find out. Now, I would always go back to our basic fundamentals of using the URA master plan to study whether Treasure at Tampines or buying properties at Tampines itself is a good investment choice. So looking at our URA master plan, let's look at the east. Now, Tampines, as you know, is a Tampines regional central, which means it has a very strong business nodes there. Moreover, if you look at around Tampines area, we have the SUTD, which is a university, and we also have Changi Business Park, which there is a lot of banks, and also up to the north, there's the Pasir Ris Waffle Fair Park. So in a way, Tampines has very strong commercial and industrial area. Therefore, I feel that the rentability or the demand of properties around Treasure is actually very strong. Secondly, we shall also look at Tampines itself. Tampines, as you know, is one of the mature estates in Singapore. Yet the price for that mature estate is relatively low as compared to other developments or other estates, as what I showed you in my previous video. So for a very mature estate, which means the property price for HDB is pretty significant. Therefore, I believe that this group of buyers who are HDB upgraders, they do have the cash to purchase from you a development from in Treasure. Moreover, one of the main reasons why people move about or why people move and to upgrade is because you would like to put your child into a school that is nearby your home. Therefore, as what from my previous video, Treasure at Tampines has several primary schools around the vicinity. Lastly, this is what I call the consolidation of the Air Hub, where you can see that the Changi Air Hub is located all the way to the east. Therefore, in future, Paya Lebar itself, the airport will be shifted into the Changi Air Hub. Now, the Changi Air Hub and the Changi East Urban District has become an area of growth where any industrial that is closer towards the airport industry will all be shifted all the way to Changi area. In this way, more growth will be located in the Changi area that is going to be expected in the next few years. Let's look at this Changi Air Hub. Now, this is a newspaper article where we are saying that the Changi Regional Central will be a mega initiative or a mega transformation which will bring in lots of work into the Changi Airport itself. So, hence, moreover, if you look at it, there is also an MRT station that is going to be constructed up to 2023 that will be from the Aviation Park all the way to Loyang, Pasir Ris, and then all the way to Tampines North. This is the new Tampines Cross Island MRT line, which means in a way that if you get to the Tampines North, you can actually take the MRT train itself down all the way to the Air Hub. And because of this growth in the Changi Air Hub, Treasure at Tampines has literally put a shuttle service that will take you directly into the airport itself. Now let's look at this. Now, is there room for growth in Tampines or not? The answer is yes. There is still many empty plots of land in Tampines that we are expected to grow. If you don't believe me, you can actually go down to the HDB hub for itself, and you can actually see the growth in which the government intends to do with it. Now, Tampines North is going to be the next major growth in Tampines region area itself, which will have 21,000 units across 240 hectares, okay, which will add into the existing Tampines town. Therefore, we are expecting more and more residences to be moving into in the near future. And as such, when there's a move in human population, we will see there will be a more demand of housing needs in Tampines itself. Don't forget, one of the reasons not only people move because of school, people would also like to live near parents and near your relatives. Alright? And Tampines North will be the home to the station of the Cross Island MRT station, as I stated earlier. Now, where will your future buyers be? Let's look at the density of Singapore. Now, if you look at Tampines, Bedok itself, they are all heavily dense. They are more heavily dense in this location. In fact, you can see that Tampines is even more heavily dense city as compared to Pasir Ris, Punggol, and Sengkang. Therefore, this Tampines is a mature estate, and in future, when you want to sell your development itself, you most probably will be selling to people who are living around the Tampines region, where most probably your future home buyers will be HDB upgraders who want to upgrade from a HDB up to a private condo, and yet it is still very affordable to them. Let's look at another statistics. There are 4 major planning areas that has 250 residences, namely Bedok, Jurong West, Tampines, and Woodlands. Now, if we were to look at all these estates, let's look at Bedok. Bedok in the past, Bedok Residences has a very strong queue when it was launched, and right now the price has actually shoot up. But Jurong West itself is even crazier, where prices has actually shot up around the Jurong and the Boon Lay area. So if we look at Tampines, for the last few years, Tampines prices are still very well. One of the main reasons most probably is because most of the condo in Tampines are located far away from the MRT station. And Treasure Tampines is one of the MRT stations that is actually located close to Tampines and Seaway MRT station. Lastly, Woodlands is not really an area for growth yet, so I will still ask you to hold back if you're looking at Woodlands. How about rentability? You're going to ask me, James, can I rent out my treasure at Tampines? Now let's look at Tampines itself. From the former URA master plan, we have seen that the area around the east has a very strong area of growth. If you look at the Tampines Hub itself, or the Tampines Regional Central, you will know that there are several banks there. And with banks and commercial area, you will know that there will be a demand for residential. So what I did was that I checked out the rental transaction that is happening during this period. Now, when I searched my rental transaction, I was looking at 3 months, which is March, April, May. And right now, when I'm doing this video, it was still on the late April section. Therefore, the caveat that is in April has not been lodged yet. So the best we can see on average was actually March. And in March itself, in the Tampines Region Central, we have 424 private developments rental transaction itself. Okay, and you can see that, if we look at what we are looking over here, Cubay Residences, you can look at Changi Court itself, all these are pretty old condo developments. And imagine when Treasure is ready to TOP and ready to collect the key, most probably people from this area will actually be moving they will prefer to move into Treasure at Tampines because for a few reasons. Number one, it is brand new. The tenants prefer somewhere that is newer. Number two, it is nearer to the MRT station. And number three, especially those who are working at the airport, they will prefer to have a feeder bus or shuttle bus that will bring them to the airport directly itself. How about the current rental year? I mean, to be honest with you, every time when we do a new project, you can see that the rental year is between 2.9 to 3.3%. And I will always work backwards the sum where it will give my owner a good 3%. So from a 3% rental year, I'm going to calculate due to the price that they bought, I'm going to calculate how much they should rent out the unit for. Therefore, I will say that it is very standard that whatever development you buy, most probably your rental year will be around the 3% range. Now, however, what is the possible rental year for Treasure Tampines? For example, give you a little bit of statistics. Now, if I were to rent a master bedroom in Tampines itself, HDB master bedroom that doesn't come with pool facilities, everything, a master bedroom room rental will be around 1,500. So just imagine, I just have to pay a bit more, between 300 to 600. I will be able to get a 1 bedroom private condo with all pool facilities and my own unit for for a one bedder. And for a one bedder, if you are renting at 1,800 to 2,001, your rental return will be between 3.3 to 4.6%. This is above what I have quoted that I find is attractive. For a two-bedder, if I were to rent out between 2,003 to 2,600, which is the existing rental for Tampines area, the rental return will be between 3.1 to 4.5%. And for a three-bedder, if I'm renting 2008 to 3004, the rental return will be 2.9 to 4.2%. Okay. Now, on average, where do I get all these numbers from? These numbers are actually the rental transacted pricing that is currently right now from Cubay, Waterview, and the Arc, where they are located more at the District 10, sorry, not District 10, more at the Tampines Avenue 10 rows of condo. So therefore, just imagine when Treasure is launched at time and it is nearer to the MRT station, definitely this group of tenants will move from here over to Treasure and without paying a higher premium. Okay, just keep it at the same rental. This will give you a more rental demand where you will be easy to rent out your unit. In conclusion, looking at my system, okay, I call it the plus system. I would always, every time when I study a development, I'll look at these four factors. Firstly, I'll look at the price. From my previous video, I did talk about the price, and Treasure has one of the lowest price in Singapore. Moreover, you can see from this chart that it is very close to a resale pricing. Secondly, the location, where I talk about the growth of this location, and also Treasure as compared to other condo developments in Tampines itself. Thirdly, I will look at the URA master plan. Okay, from the URA master plan, is there area of growth or not in Tampines itself? Is there a strong commercial zone that in which I can get my tenants? And lastly, what I call the safety net or the risk. When you buy a property that is a new property that is very close to the price of a resale that is 10 years old, do you have a very close safety net? Okay, is your risk high? So the answer is very simple, is that, you know, when someone want to come in and buy a property, they have option to choose. Should I buy somewhere that's far away from the MRT station and yet is priced even higher than Treasure? Or I can also go for much older development that is selling at the same price of Treasure. So therefore, this gives you a very good safety net in which your risk has been minimized. So thank you again. This is my final video of my evaluation for Treasure at Tampines. And thank you and so much. And feel free to leave a like, share, and comment. Thank you. So long and bye.